And tomorrow they got to move back. They got to go back to work. Whether it's as soon as that for a lot of the workers in this D.C. naval facility is anyone's guess. But these were among some of the safest facilities, presumably, in the nation. Certainly one of the most secure. To psychologist Robbie Ludwig on advising those who work in such places, to say those who work in any place, how to get the mindset to get back to work. Easier said than done.
Yeah, and I think, you know, first place, companies to say, let's talk about this. Location. And my recommendation would be that they not go back to work the next day. First of all, it's a crime scene. They need
I think a lot of the buildings, it's a multi-building complex.
Right.
In this case, if they're all open, I'd be very surprised.
And they need to have a trauma team come in and basically run for a period of time, because it's not going to go back to normal at this particular workplace.
When you say psychological help, but people feel, it's one thing when they feel vulnerable, tragic as in Connecticut, innocent kids at school of all places. But this is a place, the last place you think something like this happens, Fort Hood notwithstanding, because, man, it must be the safest place going. Everyone has weapons. And then you ask yourself, maybe it's not safe. Everyone has weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think we like to have the idea that our workplace is safe and this won't happen, especially in a military base. But the truth of the matter is, if somebody is violent or volatile or is...
How do you know?
You know what? You sometimes don't always know, except for in retrospect. And that's something that these workers are going to need to understand and redefine, because they will be asking themselves the question, what did I miss? I had lunch with this guy, or I used to say hello and I didn't see any signs, or I should have seen the signs.
But now people in other workplaces, in offices, schools, colleges, they're going to start thinking, you know, right, Charlie seems a little unusual to me. Or are they going to go overboard with that? What should you look for?
Well, they might. And I think it's good for workplaces to say, listen, if somebody seems disgruntled, if you hear something, say something. And that companies also need to consider how they treat their workers. So if you're letting somebody go, do it in a way that doesn't engender so much rage. Now, I'm not saying that happened here, but consider the way you let people go. Consider
we don't know that.
We don't know that.
I want to answer this.
Right, okay.
If you are curious about those with whom you work, obviously everyone's going to be looking at each other suspiciously across the country in workplaces.
Well, clearly, if somebody has the intention, I want to harm this person, or I'd like to see this person dead, that's certainly a sign. If somebody is acting oddly related, or seems paranoid.
We always pump across that people, right?
Not odd, but then be more curious. What are you hearing them say? Do they seem more paranoid than usual? Do you see a change? Is someone more isolative? Have you heard something about their life where you're lining up the losses that they're experiencing? Do they seem more irritable? So it's more of an awareness, and maybe having a center where you can refer these people to, so that a professional can do an evaluation and say, hey, this person might be more at risk.
Amazing. Doctor, thank you very much.
Thank you.